you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second. Winners win and losers lose. I can't explain it any better than that. I don't know how it happens, but winners win. And if you create a culture of losing, if you keep being a victim, if you keep letting losing happen to you, if you keep letting people do you and treat you any kind of way, it's going to become a culture.
32 teams, 7 rounds, 224 young men who today are about to become players in the National Football League.
Well, good day, everybody. Getting ready for a great day of football. But as a Cowboy fan, we are in the muck, the mire, the soup. We're in the soft spot. Be careful where we step from these next 5 games, starting tomorrow night with the Cincinnati Bengals. Just got some news this morning. Wanted to do a very short video before we kick off Week 14 of the NFL season. Shout out to Ultra Cowboy and others who are constantly sending me stuff when I can't be on the computer 24/7. We got some news, everybody. We got some news. We sit here as Cowboy fans wondering who the coach is going to be. Well, first and foremost, how we're going to go the next 5 games of the season. Then it's going to be who's going to be the head coach going forward. Everybody's coming out of the woodwork. They all want McCarthy back. That's the easy solution. Again, I'm okay with it if certain things are in place, mainly a better plan at offensive coordinator. I'm not a fan of the offensive lineman. Sorry, Mike Solari. Time to go. Again, McCarthy has lost some things along the way here. A lot of his assistant coaches, his offensive line coach. I don't know that McCarthy is going to want to return without having more say. But Micah, Dak, everybody's on board with big Mike McCarthy. I mean, Micah wants everybody back, and a lot of the fans get all worked up about the salary cap. There's no money. BS. I tell you that because please don't take that narrative. We're getting ready to go to Netflix for holiday games. I have the new projections for the salary cap going into next year. Okay? The new projections. It's going to be a quick video, but the new projections going into next year salary cap is ridiculous. There is no end to this. Streaming has really just begun as far as NFL is concerned. Yes, they've done it on Thursday nights. You see Peacock, you sticking their toes in the water. It's just the beginning. The salary cap's not going down. That whole COVID thing, that's here and gone. That was an anomaly. They're printing money in the NFL. But latest projections are, and I read, right now we are under the 2024 cap number, which currently sits at $255.4 million. The next projected cap increase for 2025, and it's normally on the higher end, but for the sake of this argument, we're going to go with middle. They're saying from $265 to $275 million, a rise from 10 to 20 million. I'm saying 20. But for the sake of this argument, let's go 15. The Dallas Cowboys currently sit with a $20.235 million in cap space that they're going to roll over into next year. That's where they sit right now. Okay. Let's say it jumps up to 275. Okay. Well, then that means they are literally $30 million under the cap before anything is done. Anything. Now, in care of Athlon Sports, we're going to break it down. First, I'm going to read off to you. According to current projections, and I'll share my screen with this. Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb flipped the switch. Their contracts would create $40 to $60 million. It's more towards the $60 million in salary. But for the sake of the argument, we'll go in the middle. We'll go 50 in salary cap space in Cowboys 25 in 2025 with Dak's cap hit potentially dropping. And we're going to get into it more, dropping to around 50, which is currently 60. So they'll save 10 million there, and CDs to about 15 effectively. Again, it's just adding void years. That's what teams do. They add the void years. Let me switch cameras here so we could see each other a little better. Yeah, so that's what they do. Here, actually, I'm going to do this. There we go. That's what they do, people. So if you're saying right now, okay, we are sitting here with the 20.2, okay, it's going to go up. I'm going to say 15. That's a middle spot. So that's $35 million under the cap, 35.23 under the cap. Then you add another 50. That's $85 million after the switch of that the players have no say in. None at all. So we're talking about $85 million already. Okay. This does not include releasing anyone to save money. Okay. There's two guys. Well, first, I want to dig into the Athlon story. Yes, a shout out to Athlon Sports. Step one, experts predict the 2025 cap to be in the range of 275. I'm going, $5 million less, but I'm thinking it's going to be more. But in Dallas' case, 2024 of a $25 million cap space did not use this year. Effectively gives Dallas a $300 salary ceiling. Yeah, so basically, because you're allowed to roll over that money. Step two, right now, add it up. Dak Prescott he's scheduled to count $90 million. They're gonna flip the switch. It's Dak knows it. They all know it. That's what they agreed to. CD 35. Micah Parsons. Again, Micah Parsons accounts for, I have the exact number. This number here is wrong. Micah Parsons' cap number next year is $21.3 million in his fifth year option. Okay. The misguided info being spread at ESPN that Dak and Lamb will take up 45% of the cap. It's all BS, people. You don't believe me? Look. Those percentages wouldn't be true, except it's already built into Dak's contract to flip the switch, which is what I said. Step four, it's also built in the Lamb's deal. Again, no asking, no negotiating. This is common knowledge. The Cowboys will have created $20 million more of room. Step five, the third leg of the journey, signed Micah the deal that would make him the highest paid defensive player of all time and causes the 2025 cap impact to move from around 20 to 10. That would, again, you heard it here. So we're already at $100 million before we do the Micah thing, okay? Micah is set to make $21.3 million next year on the fifth-year option. That's not happening. They're going to re-sign him. They're going to save at least $10 million, okay? Deron Bland is under contract. We don't have to do nothing with Deron Bland. And coming off an injury-riddled year like this year, you know what Deron Bland's salary cap hit, and he has 1 year left. I would like to do something with Bland. He has to play out these 5 games. He accounts for $1.1 million. We don't have to do nothing with Bland. We could roll Bland in the next year. He's under contract for next year. Okay? Now, Zach Martin is contemplating retirement. I will tell you that if Zach Martin does not retire, that helps the Cowboys financially. They could add a year, add a void year, spread it out a little bit more. Because of right now, looking at the over the cap, if Zach Martin retires, it's a big, if he just, even if they posted it, they could do a post June 1 cut. Dead money would be $9 million. The cap savings would be 1.2. If it was pre, dead money will be 26 cap. So there would obviously be a post June 1. Yeah, for Zach Martin. Let me share the screen so you don't think I'm pulling this out of my keister. Right here. Zach Martin. He's not under contract. It's a void year, meaning this is what was in the contract. Dead money right now will be 9, and they'll save 1.2. That's post June 1. If it's pre, dead money will be 26, and cap savings would be 15. So they could do either. But again, if he comes back, that only helps the team. Okay? DeMarcus Lawrence also has a void year. Here, let me make it bigger for you. Pause. D-Law, right here, also has a void year. He's not under contract for next year. We owe him 7.4. It's going to be dead, regardless if it's pre or post. That's it. That's it, dead. So those two guys we'll have to see. I would like to bring back, there's plenty of money, people. Okay, I just laid out. By signing Micah Parsons, we're going to save a lot of money. A lot of money. So, again, people need to relax. And if anybody thinks that you can't move away from a player because of a lot of money, Eagles have done it. Eagles have done it. And in 2021, they cut Carson Wentz. They took a $33.8 million cap hit. So all you Dak people who don't want him around long term, we could get out of the Dak contract in the very near future and take that type of, and maybe a little more of a dead cap hit. We could, potentially. Obviously not next year, right? Not next year. But if you go to 2026, there you go, people. The dead money you could absorb is 61, and he would only count $6 million on the cap. You're done. 2027, pre, you'd have 33.3 dead money. You'd save $28 million. That's easy. Post, dead money 16. You could do post June 1 in 2027, 16.6. That's nothing. Carson Wentz back in 2021 was 33.8. You'd save $45 million in cap space. Anybody that says that Dak Prescott is here for the long term, we're like saddled with a bit. Stop. By this time next year, he's not going to be the highest paid. And the cap's going to continue to go up. People need, like us Cowboy fans, need to just relax a little bit. Now, real quick, there are two guys that I think I would consider really, when you talk about next year, not this year, next year, 2025, after the new year, Terrence Steele and Malik Hooker. These are guys where I would consider moving on from. Now, mind you, Terrence Steele has played better. Terrence Steele, I would be, for this type of money, I would be leery to cut him. I just would. Everybody wants to move Tyler Guyton to right tackle. The organization will not do that. Tyler Guyton is playing unbelievably banged up. What he's done this year has been pretty impressive. I know he's had a lot of penalties. People need to be patient with this young man. The athletic skills of this guy, you want at left tackle. But if they move him to right, they move him to right. But right now, if you cut Terrence Steele, we could do that, right? But then you put yourself in a position where you're going to move Tyler over to left. They want Tyler Smith to be the left guard like Zach Martin was the right guard for his career. Zach Martin can play right tackle, but they didn't. Tyler Smith belongs at guard. He does. Leave him there, please. Let a Guyton grow at left tackle. You can go out and get a veteran. I know me, Wade, we've all talked about it. Regardless, go get yourself a real good swing tackle. Not Edoga. I mean, somebody good. I like Asim Richards. It's a shame he's out. Asim Richards played damn well at left tackle. So that's an option. If you really wanted to move the Guyton over to right tackle, and then Akeem Richards to left, that's possible, but I would still go out and get a veteran swing tackle stud. I would. I mean, that's what I would do. But you could get out from the Malik Hooker. You know, if you wanted to draft a Malachi Starks in the first round, you could get out of the Malik Hooker. It would be, if it was a pre-June 1, the dead money would be 4, but you'd be saving 3.7. If it's a post-June 1, if it's a post-June 1, which it would be, Malik Hooker, his cap money would be $2 million. His dead money would be $2 million. His cap savings would be 5.7. Again, I like Malik. He's not long for this team. That may be the guy that you might see released. Terrence Steele, you could release post June 1. He would count $4 million on the cap, but you would save $14 million. Those are the two big ones, people. Everybody else, we're not. Brandon Cooks he's not under contract next year. It's a void year. We owe him dead money. So the dead money is going to be what it is. Brandon Cooks, $4 million. Maybe sign him to a 1-year deal and spread it out at a void year. I just want people to understand something here. Here, let me go back to as I finish off the video. I just want people to understand. We can do anything we want, people. The salary cap is not an issue. We need to get through these 5 games. We need to get a good look at Brock Hoffman at right guard. And if Zach Martin indeed retires, which I don't believe he will, but he's not under contract by the Cowboys, I don't think he's going to go to another organization and play. I think he's not going to want to go out like that. I think it helps the Cowboys financially and on the field. Regardless, we have Brock Hoffman under contract. Let me just look real quick to see Brock Hoffman's contract. Brock. Let me see here. Go back to this year. Brock Hoffman playing. He's a nasty dude. I love Brock. Brock Hoffman, $985,000. Let's see if he's under contract for next year. Brock, because he might not be. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know that Brock is under contract for next year. Gallipoco, yeah, I don't know. Let me see here. Yeah, Brock Hoffman, they need to decide. This is a perfect time for Brock Hoffman to get a run. I don't see him on here. Let me just double check because I'm trying to hurry here. Buddy Johnson, Brevin Spanfor. Yeah, Brock Hoffman is done. And we, it is what it is. But this is a perfect opportunity to get a look at Brock Hoffman. He could be the heir apparent to Zach, whether it's this year or next year. I would look to extend Brock Hoffman. None of this is going to be an issue. We should be able to go out and do free agency. Okay? The salary cap is going to do nothing but go north, people. But anyway, that's it for me. I'm going to upload this and get this up as soon as I can. And get ready for the 1 o'clock games. So, Game Time Brian, otherwise known as the Mailman. Late.